Hey, so we are on week 459 this week, and this one is a 4-lick special once again, where we are using the pentatonic natural minors and adding in sixths to the final lick, so lick number 4. So if you want to jump to that, go ahead. It is a very repeating one, so in other words, you are learning some patterns that you can apply to your natural minors and to your pentatonics with an itchy nose. And with that said, I shall show you these licks in just a second, but please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell button for the future notifications, visiting all the socials. The jamming track is on patreon.com/Dan's page on the Jam Zone tier system, and yes, you can get the tab free on my website dansguitar.com, along with a whole load of other things like t-shirts and stuff. Not free, but you got to pay for them. And there we are. Lick number 1, you bring in just the standard pentatonic kind of repetitive pattern with this one, where you have, and then that goes round 4 times. So breaking that through for you, have 4th fret 3rd string, bending it up. It says full tone on the tab, but it's not sort of 100% essential to do so, but you know, get some kind of bend on that and that'll be absolutely fine. Then you've got the 2-2 2nd string 1st string back to the 2nd string, so therefore you would sort of roll your finger across. So, and if you do that, once you roll across to the 1st string, you're kind of taking the pressure off the 2nd string, and that mutes that string as well and stops it coming through as a double stop. So you're separating each note out basically. So now with the 5 back to the 2, you can pick this or you can pull it off. So I haven't indicated that on the tab as a pull off, but I think I would probably pull it off just to sort of make it smoother in a way. But if you want to get that plectrum in there, that is all fine. And then to finish the lick off, after 4 times round that sequence or those 6 notes, you have just a, and that's simple in the sense of 4-2 on the 3rd string and then 4-2-2 on the D string. So really easy. Let me play that slow for you now, and it should end up something like this: 3 and 4 and. There you go. Finish it off however you want, but that's how we've done it for this one. On to lick number 2. It's basically a natural minor pattern with this one. So we start with the 17th fret going to 16 and 14 on the 1st string, and then 17 on the 2nd to create this sort of block of 4, which then repeats through 1 note less in that scale as you run through it. The scale itself, they're the notes we're using. This scale comes up again later on lick 4, I think it is. But anyway, so as I said, we start with a 17, 16, 14 on that 1st string, going to 17 on the 2nd string, first block of 4. Then you're starting from the 16 on the 1st string, going to 17, going down to 15, 14 even, I'll get that right in a second. Then it's 17, 15 on the 2nd string, so it's 16, 14, 17, 15. Then you're going from the 14 on the first string, so you're basically starting from one note lower within the scale every block of 4. That brings you from the 14 first string, and then you've got 3 notes on the second string of 17, 15, 14. Now the next block of 4 starts on the 17th fret on that second string and leads us down to the 16th fret on the third string, sorry. So that's 17, 15, 14, and then the 16 on the third string. The next block of 4, we've got 15, 14 on the second string and 16, 14 on the third string. Now, through this, you'll find ways for it to work in the sense of pull-offs and things like that coming into it. I think I demonstrated it with pull-offs as I went through, varying throughout with pull-offs and picking, and then actually picking it as I went through. But you can decide whichever you want to choose. After, we have 14 on the second string, a lone 14, then it's going to be 16, 14, 13 on that third string. Back to the 16 on the same string, so and then that's 16, 14, 13, and then 16 on the fourth string, so a lone 16 on the fourth string. Finishing with the vibrato on that 14th fret. Now obviously you can finish these however you want and do what you like with them, but that's just the way I'm demonstrating it. So I'm going to play it slow. Here it is. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... There you go. It's a great pattern to get used to, and one where if you just use blocks of 4 coming down in blocks of 4, you can use them over pentatonics, natural minors, majors, modes, all of that sort of stuff, and it sounds great because it elongates that movement going through, so you're not just straight down a scale or a mode. You can actually lengthen that process and make it sound nice and musical. Excellent. Lick number 3. So the guys at Charlie and John's have been kind enough to send some strings to me, and they are brilliant. So I've got them on this at the moment. They sound great, they feel great. Can't really say much more about them. They're all handmade in the US as well, and the ones that I'm using are, I don't know if you can see that, 10 to 46, so medium light. I love the packaging as well. Look at that. It's really good. It looks really neat. It's just something quite pleasant about that. It feels nice. So yeah, thanks to those guys, and if you want to check those strings out yourself, there is a link below to their website where you can have a look and see what else they do as well. So thank you very much. So this comprises of 3 different shapes of the pentatonic. So you use them from shape 5, go to shape 1, into shape 2, with kind of a reoccurring pattern through those 3 shapes. Now, the pattern itself uses basically that, and then does it from the octave. So you've got a 2-octave pattern with this, and these are all very, very, very usable, but you just need to apply them in ways in which kind of work with the music you're playing over. For the backing track, as I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but for the backing track you can find it on my Patreon page, and that's patreon.com/dance page, all linked below, just in case you're interested. Now, so start with 14, 12 even, hammer on to 14. And then that's the thick string, going to the A string, 12, 14, slide up to the 16. So, and then you have a simple 14, 16 on the D, and then 14 on the G. Then you repeat the process an octave higher. So that was running through shape 5 and shape 1 of the pentatonics in the key of F minor. We'll look at these. Technically we're in A major, but we'll look at them as F sharp minor. Now the next set goes 14, 16 on the D string, hammer on, 14, 16, and then slide to 18 on the third string. Then you have, I think I crossed, oh yeah, use my middle finger for the 17 on the second string. And then I either use my third or my little, I can't remember without playing it through fully, but either will work fine. Just find the right one that works for you. I'm pretty sure it's the little finger. And that's a hammer on, 17, 19. And then first finger comes into the 17 on the first string. And then a full tone bend of that 19th fret. And then letting that slide out if you want to finish with vibrato. Nice. Right, let's play it slowly. So it goes something like this. 3 and 4 and... I'll do it again because I made a mistake. Let's get on with the final lick. Here it is, lick number 4. So the final lick uses sixths, and they are extremely useful for many things, as you've hopefully discovered watching some of the previous Lick Friday videos. Now, the first one, now I think the reason, well not the reason, wrong way to word it, but the way to make these work properly is, and effectively and smoothly, is to try and use the correct fingers, because you're essentially running down two shapes as you're coming through. So the first shape uses the same fret, which is the same for the first two movements on this. The second shape uses two different frets. Now I tend to keep my second finger on the sort of the lower of the two notes, and then alternate between third finger and first finger dependent on what shape it is. So if we take this as shape 1, so we've got a slide into the 9th fret with your second finger on the third string. Go into the third finger on the first string, same fret. So, and then you're coming back down to that 9th fret and then slide it down to the 7, bringing the third finger back in on that first string for the 7 on that as well. So now I'm taking the pressure off the first string as I slide down, just to give the notes some separation rather than letting them ring over each other. Then after the 7th fret version, you go back to the 7th fret on that third string, slide that down to the 6th, bringing in shape 2 now, which is using your first finger on the 5th fret of that first string. Okay, so you should try and get that if you can. And then the next one goes back to shape number 1, which is from the 6th fret third string, second finger still, sliding that down, pick it first, then slide it down to the 4, and then the third finger comes in with the 4th fret once more, but this time on the first string as well. Then you go back to the 4th fret third string, pick that, slide it down to 2, and then the third finger is on the first string again on the 2nd fret this time. Then we have, well, I'll just play that all the way through actually. So then you have a run using the natural minor. This is F sharp minor. And you can play that however you want. I ended up going on to the B note on that first string, so the 7th fret. But you can obviously, whatever you want to do with it, come around, muck about using these notes within the scale. It's just a pentatonic in F sharp, essentially, with the natural minor notes added in. So for that run, you are using a pattern of 1, 2, 4 on the third string, and then it's going to be 2, 3 on the second string, and then the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So it's 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. So kind of 6 notes. And then you have a similar thing, but using different frets, starting on the second string, 2, 3, and 5. And then it's 2, 4, 5 on the 1st string. And then I'm sliding up to the 7th fret just to finish with on the tab anyway. But as I said, you could be coming down and doing anything you want around that area. Okay, I'm going to play it slowly for you now, and it goes something like this: 3 and 4 and... And that is that, and I will leave you with that. But remember, Charlie and John strings. Oh yeah, that's what I'm using on a Les Paul, and yeah, they're great, all handmade. Nice one. Back to me. There we are. That was your licks Friday with 4 licks and repeating patterns. Not really licks, they're a little bit more than that, but that should keep you busy for the weekend and beyond, to be honest. So remember about these guys, Charlie and John's. They are very kind in sending me some strings, just for obviously me to do this. Not going to beat around the bush on that one, but they're great strings. I'm well happy that I've got them. Handmade strings. They sound great. They ring. They are purposely awesome. There you are. So anyway, enough of that. Please do subscribe, hit the bell button, follow me on all the socials, come and say hi, drop a comment, give a thumbs up, not a thumbs down, don't want that. And yeah, just go to the Patreon site for the jamming track if you want that. Enough said. I will leave you to it now. See you later, everyone. Go and get learning. Don't stand around or sit around on your phone watching YouTube all day. Go and get learning some stuff. See you later. Bye.